Hey everybody, this is Joe, Joe's Premium Firewood, coming to you live on Friday, TGIF, February 8th, 9th, I think it's the 9th, mixing the days up this week, February 9th, 2024, I'm out here in my bay number 2 area where I've been the last 2 days doing the splitting and stacking. And I'll show you what we got left here. That's what we got left right there. Oak and hickory. It's going inside, and then I'm stacking it in here. You can see what I got so far. And it's I don't know. It's probably a Joe cord when you figure what's in the back here. So that's it. That's all I got left there. So I'm going to split that and get it in there. And if you're just joining us, there's Jeffrey Weiss. Look what Nate brought me yesterday. Morning, Daryl. How's it going? How's Jersey? 50 degrees here. But yeah, look at this elm, and there's a little bit of ash in there. There's some elm and ash in there that Nate and John brought me yesterday. I went ahead and delivered the 15 bundles I said I was going to because I didn't want this blocking me off. Then with it being so warm, Billy Otis, I decided to, I made up 7 bundles for my driveway stand. So now I won't have to do it in the cold, hopefully. We'll see how much I sell. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get you here on the tripod so we can get going. I gotta run into town and meet some former co-workers for lunch today. So I want to get this going and get it over with. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a higher angle today. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that was good thinking. All right, let me go ahead and get over here and warm this up. Probably take me just as long to stack as it will. You know, I thought about putting a wheelbarrow in there, but it's really, there's not that much here, so I'm just going to go ahead and bite the bullet, throw it on the ground, stack it like I did yesterday. So, yeah, let's fire this up. But yeah, I gotta run into town and meet those guys. Then I'm going over, I talked to Scotty, my supplier Scotty. He said he's out cutting me a load of dry wood right now. So I'm going to put that into my truck and then bring it back here, and then I can split it right in there on top of that dry stuff. But first I want to get this out of the way, and then that's why I want to do that. So, all right, let's fire this up. First full. I'll grab my gloves out of here. But this stuff splits pretty easy. Nice straight grain stuff. Yesterday I didn't get anything for my mom except kindling. Alright. Start off with some hickory. Thank God it's Friday. Hope everybody ready for the weekend. Ready to have a good weekend. Super Bowl weekend. I really don't care who wins. I just hope I'm going to, Daryl, if you're still watching, I'm going to pick up my squares. I'm in a $20 pool. So I got to go pick up my sheet, see what numbers I got. Hopefully I got good numbers. Hopefully you got good numbers too. You know, I really don't care who wins. I just hope my numbers come in. But if I have crappy numbers, they still do have a plus and a minus at the end of the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. So if you get crap numbers, you do that plus and minus, you got a chance to win something. But ever since they moved the extra point back, crap numbers come in more often because it's not a guarantee. That 30-yard extra point is good. Then that changes the numbers. Daryl knows how that goes. I've been screwed on that. Super Bowl with that Indianapolis beat the Bears. I think I had 7-0, and they missed an extra point. And that's back when we used to be at the 2-yard line. It cost me 2 quarters. I would have won $480. That was in 2007, and I still haven't forgot about it. This one almost too long. On the fence about if I want to put it in there or not. Take it back or put it on my boiler wood. I guess I'll put it in there. You know, I think it's under 20. I don't know. It might be right at 20 inches exactly. But this is like the only one like that I've seen. Most of it's been cut under 16 inches. But you know, if this goes into somebody's fireplace, it should be okay. It's only one piece. You know, they can always cut it or burn it in the outdoor fire pit, whoever gets it. And I never know who's going to get it when I put it in here, and it won't sell till next fall. Could be somebody buying for a fire pit, could be somebody buying for the fireplace or wood stove. But if they say that over 18 inches is too long, then this would definitely be too long. I would guess it would be 20 inches on the dot, maybe 19 and a half. You handled as much firewood as I have, you can pretty much eyeball like 16 inches. Like this piece right here is probably like 15 and a half. Shorter is better than longer. This one's 16. Hopefully Nate doesn't bring me more today. I told him when he brought me that elm right there, when he brought me that yesterday, I said, I don't want to be broke myself, so you guys just keep. I didn't ask you to bring me the wood. I go, but if you're going to keep bringing it to me, it's going to be IOU. I'm waiting for a $650 check from the campground. I told him when I'd get that, I'd pay him the $160 that I owe him for that load right there. If you can't see the load, I'll show it to you here in a minute. If you haven't been here since the beginning. But yeah, we actually had thunderstorms last night. And it was 60 degrees. Hadn't been 60 degrees since like November 14th or something like that. It's gonna get colder next week, but not cold. Highs in the 30s and lows in the 20s. About the biggest piece here. There's one other big piece of oak like this. How many we got watching now? 30. Usually, on the weekends, or, I consider Fridays the weekend. Usually have a little bit more watching. I'm sure the regular crew's here. I can't see unless I come over there. Hopefully Scotty's there when I go buy his load today. That he has it ready for me, or helps me load. This should just about fill up that rack right there. Be close to being at the top. I only really want to stack it at the customers. I wish somebody ordered this early. I could be splitting right into my truck now, eliminating the 2 steps. The step of loading it back into the truck and unloading again, throwing it into there. Yeah, January was like cloudy almost every day. Now, so far February's been sunny almost every day, which helps give you some of that vitamin D, makes you feel better. Not everything's all gloomy, Try to get Ted to come Sunday and help live stream with me. And then he can take this back and give it an oil change. Hasn't had an oil change, I think, not since August. I use it a lot. And then I need him to fabricate something for me. I think I'll give him a call later. I do have a delivery to do tomorrow. A guy, Zach's got a bunch of oak and hickory that's dried, processed, and he's hurting for money like ain't everybody. And I told him I'd help him out by buying off it from him and then taking it right to the customer instead of taking it out of my own inventory. So he's got to help me load it. So I told the customer I'd be there tomorrow between like 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. somewhere in there. I'm gonna pay Nate $100 for it, and then I'm selling it for $150. So I'll make $50 off it. And I'll deliver and stack it. The customer helped me stack. Some nice stuff, isn't it? Judy Quirrell make it to the live, or is she watching the replay? I always get comments too, people saying I split the wood too small. Dries faster when it's small, but you know, what do they think about guys that, you know, run the multi-wedges and then everything goes into their truck or whatever? You get a lot of kindling with those. You know, what you get more, it's more speed. You can split it faster, but then you're sacrificing the quality. But I mean, it's not like the rejected pieces. You just get a ton of kindling. This one's dry. Yeah. You can see how it's not as bright as the others. You see that? This is dry. This is the last big one. Usually don't like them any bigger than this. If they're bigger, they're going to have to you know, cut them in half or cut them into quarters. Or use them all or whatever they got to do to get them into quarters. Got a bunch of oak on the other side I got to split now. And all that sassafras. I was thinking about paying Nate to do it. Pay him $80 to split and stack it. It's something I can do. And I could save $80 by doing it myself. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Damn bark breaks off every time I throw it in there. You gotta get in there. Once we empty some of this out, I gotta get in there and rake it out. If you don't stay on top of cleaning it, it's just gonna keep building up. Building up in there. Pile looks about as big as it looked yesterday. Well, I guess there's one more heavy oak right here. Had a small breakfast this morning. I'm gonna work up an appetite, and then when I meet those guys for lunch, I think I'm gonna try the buffet out. We'll see. Made it this long without digging a union brake, Billy Otis. That did a whole lot of nothing. Except break the bark off. Yeah, we're gonna send it like this. Now the bark's off. So I got a big knot in it, probably break again. I like splitting them right out of the truck. I offered to pay them guys $40 to split that. They could use this. But I guess they were pressed for time. I know John don't like splitting. I'm sure Nate would have did it. You get two guys on this, it would go super fast. Greg Wilson here yet? Morning, Greg Wilson. Assuming you're here. Here's another dry oak. See? I think that's the last of the oak. I've already split the stuff that's wet. I really can't compare it. Well, maybe this one is. This one isn't. It's darker. I'm not going to put it over there, but just the bigger ones I was splitting were way more like reddish or orange colored. That one don't need to be split. We'll hit this one. Well, maybe I could do this. Instead of throwing them on the ground and having to pick them up again. Gotta work smarter, folks. Work smarter, not harder. Well, I got a stack here. I like stacking and splitting at the same time. I really couldn't fit the splitter in there. Thought the bark would peel off, but I guess not. This is a little short, but it's still at least 12 inches. There's about 5 more. 5 or 6 more. And my favorite part, stacking. Jack watching at Lock Cabin Firewood down in Maryland. Brad's neighbor. This is borderline. I think I'll let it go though. When I get this done, take a shower and then head out to lunch. What was that I stacked there? Like 30, 40 pieces I don't have to stack now because I'm stacking them as I go. Should dry pretty good in there. A little more. All right. There's the elm I'm talking about. What do you think of that? Ready to burn elm. Ready to burn elm. That's what they brought me yesterday. Well, I couldn't pay them for it because I didn't want to short myself cash this weekend. Gotta have some money, Roger. Gotta have some money. We'll try to keep up the good work for you. We do our best. That's all I ask. That's all I ask my helpers to do. Do their best. I don't want to have to step on these and roll my ankle. All right, back to stacking. Try to get two down there. As long as I can grab them. That's how big I split them. They're all-nighters. I need to use 2 hands. I gotta get some of this bark that broke off out of here. Now most of this is barkless oak and barkless hickory. Don't get any better than that, folks. That's what I'm saying. Don't play games. Yep, I'll just go to the top of that post out there, and it's to this high as I can reach, and then I'll start going that way with it. But I got to sell some of this, and I was just thinking, I would say by March 1st at the latest, that's when I'm going to stop adding dry wood in here. I want to clean this out and refill it for next year. I don't like storing any wood, but I realize it's something that has to be done, mainly for customer pickups, or when the weather gets bad, I can load from here in the wintertime, which I had to do a few times this year, but our winter only lasted 10 days. I mean, we could get us another storm or two, but it's just been real mild. Except for those 10 days. $41 watts is not bad, but usually on the weekends, you know, Saturday, Sunday, can get up over 50 or 60. I think my record was like almost 100, like 98 watching one time for Facebook. YouTube, my record, I think I had 137 watching at one time. When the saw surgeon was here working on the Eastimate after I about blew it up. I'm sure you guys all seen that video by now. Jeffrey Ormstein's favorite. And I got the pile, you know, leaning this way too, so should be real good about not worrying about it falling over. But I don't know, with as much wood as I got in here now, you know, probably added a cord or so from what Mike brought me and what Nate Jon brought me. So I'd say at least 4 full cords in there ready to sell. I don't have to do any toe touchers when it's this high. I like these. But it is still exercise. jump in the shower when I get done. And when I load Scotty's wood, I'm going to be all sweaty again. Might have to take another shower when I get back. You know, Scotty, he'll load it with his bobcat, but man, when you're scooping that off the ground, you get all that dirt and debris, rocks. Then it all goes into my truck bed, and then I got to clean it out. And I just cleaned it out. There's a little bit in there, but you're always going to have some in there. I'm not going to go through it with like a vacuum, with a shop vac. Think this is a good system, how I do it? Let me know in the comments. You think this is a good way how I store wood? Or would you just throw it in here, save the time? You know, you can get more in when you stack it. Getting close to the top, but we're not going to be quite there yet. There's only about, what, 35 pieces here left to pick up. Takes me just about as long to pick them up and stack it than it did to split the wood. Well, like I say, I only stacked the perimeter, the rest is getting thrown in. Here's some of them long ones that we had, 20 inchers right here. Stick them in the back. Let them dry back there. There's the last two. Oh no, there's the other one there. Yeah, if I didn't have to stack this, I probably would have split it all in one day, the first day. It took me about, by myself, hour and a half, maybe. Maybe 2 hours. Here they are. The ones I was looking for. The last ones. Here we go. Here we go. I think I'm just going to leave the quiet outside. Just leave it out tonight. I don't think it's supposed to rain for a while. I'll show you what we got. I'll show you what we got. 34 watching. I should give myself a raise. Yeah, you know, that's a good idea. Like the way you think, Billy. Just got to get it approved in the contract. There we go. What do you think? It's almost to the top. It's almost to the top of that. You see it from the side. Our 2 face cord right there. There you go. And there's the elm. Look where he dropped it. Right as notch. Right as notch. John knows how to fell a tree. Right as notch. Now some of these bigger ones, like those there, they were heavy. They're still holding moisture. So when I split them, I'm going to throw them in there and stack them on top of that or in the corner. I'll sort it here. But the ones I know are dry will either go right into my truck or, you know, that one's definitely wet. You can see how dark it is. You know, this is all in one truck bed. But in a 6.5 foot truck bed, where he stacks it up there pretty high. There it is. That's the next project. You know, I got so much in there now. I mean, I don't know. I might sell some of that first before I split this, or if I get an order, you know, load some of that up and split some of this in. Do it something like that. See some Canadians flying over. Our lake's almost back to water. You can hear the Canadians honking. But all right, folks. I gotta go take a shower, get ready. Gotta drive into Portage, Michigan, or Ostrimo. Meet those guys for lunch. Swing over to Scotty's, load up, and then actually I might have to split that on top of this tomorrow. So we shall see. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks everybody who makes it to the end, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.